Monday morning. I'm out for a walk. It is 6 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and I have to get my, hey, I have to get my walk in. Nice little brisk walk with Loki, and then boot camp for an hour. I just started boot camp last week, and I'm loving it. It's Monday morning. Who was excited about 6:30 a.m. boot camp? I am. But it was really easy for me to incorporate into my fitness plan because I was already up. I just had to do a couple tweaks. It does mean I have to take a shower at lunchtime instead of before I go to work, but I work from home, so I have that luxury, and that's nice. I'm so privileged, and I'm so grateful for that. Yeah, so just keep it up with my routine. Just wanted to check in and let you know, because it's been a minute since I vlogged. Anyway, I gotta finish this walk-in because I gotta go brisk because I gotta get home for that boot camp. Okay, bye.
You say you are lost and you're in need of some advice. I'll try to be honest, though it's easier to lie. And you can say that I'm crazy, that you're thinking I'm ready, but I'm telling you, baby, get up and get out. 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 It's okay.
Didn't even notice it until I was
I'm
passing.
glad they're not Velociraptors because they're on every side of us. That would be scary. Because they're like, hey, what are you doing?
That means you figure.
Like, whatevs.
And you can say that I'm crazy.
Look at that. That's a little baby
That you
bunny.
think it's not ready.
Oh my God.
But I'm telling you, baby. Yeah.
Here, baby, look this way.
Get up and get out. Get up and get out. Yeah. And you can say that I'm crazy. That you think you're not ready. But I'm telling you, baby.
Hello my friends, and welcome to Adventures of Deanna. I'm Deanna, and I'm on an adventure to lose over 100 pounds. I started my journey a while ago at 266 pounds, and I had lost 50 pounds. I was doing great. I was following the No BS weight loss program, which relies on some basics. You write a 24-hour plan every single day, what you're gonna eat, and then you follow that plan. You eat when you're hungry, and you stop whenever you're satisfied. You drink at least 64 ounces of water every single day. You get, a minimum of 7 hours of sleep every night, and you do a lot of journaling and stuff. So I was having a lot of success, and that is an oversimplification of the program. It's a lot more complicated than just those principles, but those are the basics that you follow. I lost 50 pounds with that program. And then I hit what I thought was like a plateau, a stall. And then I had a lot of excuses and all the things. And I really, really wanted to stick to that program and be true to that program and show that, you can get to your goal weight by, just listening to your body and eating when you're hungry, stopping whenever you're satisfied, doing what they call these, 1% level ups, where you just make small little incremental changes to, your activity, what you're eating, these different things. That's what I wanted. I wanted that to work so much. I still want it to work, to be honest with you. I really wish that could be the way, but I don't know if it is. And in the back of my mind, there was like this little just nagging thought all the time. You have no idea how many calories you're eating. Everywhere you go, you hear people talk about calorie deficit, calorie deficit, calorie deficit. And, there's different ways to get into a calorie deficit. Some people do fasting, some people do, there's all different ways to get into a calorie deficit, but you're not going to lose weight unless you are actually in a calorie deficit. So I thought, well, the easiest way to know that if I'm in a calorie deficit is to track my calories. So, but the thing is, there's so much more than just a calorie deficit, to be honest with you. Like, if you really, really study up, it's a lot more complicated than just the calorie deficit. But anyway, long story short, I decided that I wanted to track my calories, and I was tracking my calories purely out of curiosity. So there were no restrictions. There was no calorie goal to hit. There was no rules around it. The only rule was if I ate something, I tracked it. So I've been tracking my calories. I've been tracking my calories since July the 5th. Been pretty consistent with it. There may be, some discrepancies in the calorie tracking. There's always going to be discrepancies in calorie tracking. There's no way to 100% accurate, 1,000%, this is exactly your calories. There's no way to do that. But I've been tracking my calories anyway. I've been tracking them since July the 5th. And I'm really, really curious about that. And I'm going to show you kind of what the information has shown me so far. I'm not ready to make any conclusions on it just yet. I'm going to continue to eat whenever I'm hungry, stop whenever I'm satisfied. I'm going to continue to make a 24-hour plan and follow that plan to the best of my abilities. And I'm going to continue to follow all of the principles within the No BS system. The only thing that is doing differently is I'm tracking my calories for informational purposes. But I wanted to be 100% transparent. I kind of wanted to take you along on this process as I go through it. But it's not, it's an ongoing thing. It's not anything that's finished just yet. It's something that I still have to explore and do and see how it goes. So I'm going to show you all of my calories for the month. I'm going to show you all of my steps for the month in my little monthly journal. I write it all down. I'm not going to show you every single thing that I ate, but I am going to show you what my calories were every single day. So stay tuned for that. But before we get into that, I want to talk about my habit tracker. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. But I like habit trackers. I guess I'm a data nerd or something. I don't know, but I like this data. So I've been tracking this data in a habit tracker. So I track my calorie tracking, fruits and vegetables, journal, water, sleep, how many steps I get every day, and accountability. And I kind of give myself a grade and a score based upon those numbers because they are measurable numbers. These are things that I can define and quantify and try and improve on. So this week, my whole score for the week was an 87.76. Last week it was a 90. So I went down a little bit on my score. So calorie tracking, I was at 100%. Fruits and vegetables, 90%. Journaling, I was only at 28% this week. So if I would have just picked up my journal more often this week, then my score would have been so much higher. Because water, 100%. Sleep, 100%. Which I don't think that's actually accurate because I used the sleep in my Fitbit app. And so overnight, if you get, you get however many hours of sleep, but then if you take a nap, it'll add the nap to your sleep hours. So there weren't really the overnight sleep, which I think is the best sleep. So I don't know if naps count as sleep or if they don't count as sleep, but if it didn't count sleep, if it didn't count naps, then my sleep score would have been lower, but it counted naps, so I got 100%. The stair challenge, so every day I'm doing this crazy stair challenge, which today was the last day. I'm so happy that was over. 6 minutes. 6 minutes of going up and down the steps. Like, I'm so glad it's over. But now we're going to an ab challenge, and I don't even know what I want to think about that. Anyway, let me know in the comments below if you want to know more about this crazy ab challenge I'm doing. So, stair challenge, I got 100% doing my steps. So I get 1 point if I get a minimum of 7,000 steps, and I get 2 points if I get over 10,000 steps. So I got only a 64% for my steps this week. That was not real good. I wasn't up to stepping this week. And then for my accountability, if I check in with my accountability partners, I get a point, and that was 100%. So my score for the week was that 87.76. So that's my habit tracker score. How did that translate into the scale? I grabbed my book because it's in my book. Last week I got a 90% on my habit tracker, and I got a negative 0.8 on the scale, but that negative 0.8 was actually for 2 weeks, because the week before I had forgotten to weigh in because there was a change to my schedule. And then this week with the 87, I gained 1.8 pounds. So last week I weighed 216, and today whenever I stepped on the scale, I weighed 217.8. So that was a 1.8 pound gain. Now, these numbers really don't mean much to me at all. There are so many factors that can go into your weight. So I'm not gonna get hung up on it. I'm not gonna get hung up on the number. This week, I've been attending a boot camp. Well, actually this week and last week, I've been doing boot camp on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we do a lot of weight training. And this month, I increased my weights from, I used to have just 5-pound weights, and now I have 8-pound dumbbells that I'm using. So maybe there's muscle. Maybe I'm retaining water. There are so many factors that go into it that you can't really take, the week-to-week number and really give it all that much power. It's just a number. So for the month of July, actually, I started at 219, and if we finish at this number at 217.8, I am down for the month. So that is a bonus. So we're trending downwards. That's what we're looking for in the long run. So that's what we're gonna go with for the month of July, is we're seeing a trend go down. So that's great. Here we have my private journals. So what are we looking at here? Here we have my weight every week. I did not remember to weigh in that week, so I don't have my weight here. In the black, those are the number of calories that I tracked each day of those days. Those are the calories in black. In the pink, that is the number of steps that I took that day. So there we have that. So the 8th through the 14th, I got distracted by a cat. 8th through the 14th, I had 12,677. That averages 1,800 calories a day. The 15th through the 21st, the week that I lost 0.8, I had 11,124. That averaged 1,589 calories a day. And the 22nd through the 29th, I had 10,888 calories, and I gained 1.8 pounds, eating an average of 1,550 calories per day. So I'm just taking a look at this data and seeing what it says. I'm gonna continue doing this out of just, curiosity's sake, just seeing what it all looks like on paper. My plans for the month of August, of course, I'm gonna do the Derek's Journey August Step Challenge. So my steps are gonna be higher than what they normally are. I haven't set a goal yet, and I don't know what my goal is gonna be for the month of August yet, because it's gonna be so hot. I just don't know what my steps are gonna be like for the month of August. but I am gonna get at least 10,000 steps every single day. That's my bare minimum for the month of August, is 10,000 steps every single day. I'm also going to continue with my boot camp. So I have boot camp on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday mornings. I do boot camp. I'm going to continue to do that. So what the exercise is not really up to me. It's, you know, designed by my coach. She will design my plan. It's Kirsten over at Kirsten Quick Fit if you're interested. But I'm going to keep doing that. It seems to be working. I'm going to keep tracking my calories. Again, not with any real goal at hitting a certain calorie limit. I'm still playing with that a little bit. But I'm going to eat whenever I'm hungry. I'm going to stop whenever I'm satisfied. I'm going to make a plan, and I'm going to just like stick to that plan is the goal. So there's no like impulse eating. That's the big thing, no impulse eating. So that's it. That's my whole report for the week. I know it's kind of like all disheveled and all over the place, but you know, what are you going to do? Well, I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, it's going to be an adventure. Bye.